One, two, three, come on! And what's up everyone, welcome back to BornCreator. And yes, I'm now recording videos with my voice. So in the last video I introduced you to variables. In this video and the following and some of the following videos, we'll make a play study app. Now this is module 1 and today we'll make the play screen, and in the next module we'll make the study screen. So till now we always write the code, but today we'll also do the design. So let's go to design. Now first of all we have to change the id. Now changing id is very important because it helps us to know which element is what, because if we don't have the id in our mind then it is very hard to write the code. So I have renamed to main screen. You can give any background color you want. Right now I'm giving some orangish. Now you have to create another screen. So there are two ways to create another screen. The first way, you click on this drop down and here are two options and click on this new screen option. So you get a new screen. Now rename this screen as play screen. And now another way is, here is a screen element. Click it, hold and then drag it to the this phone thing over here. And now you have another screen. See. Rename this screen to study screen. Now as I said, today is module 1, so we'll start with the play screen. So let me explain you first. In the play screen there will be a text written over here with our score. There will be a button on the screen which when the user clicks, the score adds by 1, and every second the score decreases by 1. The user's target is to keep the score positive, and every time user clicks the button should move to a random position. So let's start. First of all, give a background color of your choice. Then take a label. Now if what background color you chose is dark, and set the color to white, or else set it to black. In this, set the text to score, and do all the additional designing you want. And now here's a duplicate button, to click on that and put it beside the first label, and set the text for now to 0. Rename this label to label score. Now you have to remember all these IDs. So it will be better if you keep them simple. So score and here 0. So currently the user score is 0. Now we add a button. Set the text of the button to nothing, and make sure the width and height are equal so that it looks like a square. So you can set the border radius to about 12. Yes, 12. And you can set the background color to something good that you want. Like I'm setting this to aquamarine. Now you can rename this button to button play. And one more thing to remember, the ID should never contain spaces. Now, first of all, the main screen should contain two buttons to navigate to the play screen and the study screen. So add one button with text play and set its width and height to large number and font size the same. Like this 100 will be okay. Then set the background color to any color you want. Then duplicate it. Drag it down and just instead of play write study. In this you can decrease the font size because it is longer word. Yeah, perfect. So now as we are done with the play and main screen, let's start with the code. It's always good if you try to type. In this class, I'm not going to type, but maybe in the next class, I'm going to show how to type the code. Or not in the next class. After we complete this play study app, I'll make you make the same app but with typing. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is you have to search for uh, control name set screen. Here it is. Or set screen to main screen. So that whenever the app opens, the first screen to open will be the main screen. Then go up, take the on event block. Now on event, this button's ID is button 3. So when this is click, set the screen. You have to take a set screen block. Set the screen to play screen as here it's in play. And then you have to just copy the on event block. Now when the play screen opens, go to the play screen. Now for this label to change, now for the score to come, we have to take a variable. Go to variables and take this block that declares and assigns an initial value to a variable. Take this block and place it on the uppermost part and set it to 0. Now place an on event block inside this on event block. So when this button play is clicked, we have to set the var variable x, that is the score, to one more than itself. So take x is and go to math. Take this add operator, put it in this block, and x plus 1. So this will set the variable x, that is our score, to uh, itself plus 1. So now we have to set the text on this score. So we have to take a set text first. So we have to take a set number because this is a number, not a string. I'll tell about strings to you later. So just take set number, and this is label score. So on label score to variable x. So let's check. Yeah, it's working. Now what we wanted, you remember that whenever we click this button, it should go to a random place on the screen. So first of all, we have to keep in mind that it should not come over the label, or it will not be, or the user will not be able to click it. So we have to see the x not y position of the button, which means how high or down the button is on the screen. So let's take y60. Its y position is 60. So this is the minimum y position that this can go to. Okay, and the maximum y position on the screen is 448. Now as the button has some height, so if it goes to 448, then the user can't click it. It will be just a small line. So we should decrease 440 from 448. So let's decrease 48. So maximum y position will be 400. Now the maximum x position should be 280, 270. Okay, 270. So now when button play is clicked, and here is a block set position. A set position. ID is button play. So this is the x position. So for the randomness, we have to go to math and take this random number, place it there from 0 to, let's take 360. Now y position, that is also random, from 140 to 400. Sorry, not 140, 60 to 400. And now you don't need this two blanks because they specify the length and width of the button. So you can click this small arrow right here to remove them. So now let's check. Yeah, look, it's working. So now, as I said, we have to decrease the score every 1 second. So there is a block in control called time loop. Now I explained you loops already. So time loop does not just repeat, but the time loop repeats after every interval of time given in this blank. So it It is asking the time in milliseconds. So 1000 milliseconds means 1 second. So it is by default okay. So now go to variables, set x, it is the same as this, but instead of the add operator, we have to take a subtract operator. And then set number to label score to x. You have to do this here also. Now let's check it. Must be working. Oh, I get it. The designing is a little wrong because the width is not enough to hold the whole minus something number. So we can increase the width to 150, I guess. Now let's check. The user has to click really fast to keep the score positive. Okay, now we have done with our module 1. In the next video, we'll see how to make the study screen using the time loop. You can also see the whole app with a video I uploaded. Here it is, the Play Study app. Here I've showcased my whole app, including the study screen. Go check it. And make sure you try to type this also. In maybe the next or next to next class, I'll tell you the basics of typing the code. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope we'll meet again. BornCreator signing out.